Present also.
David Lanfear.
Here.
Doug Noble.
Here.
Michael Gell.
Here.
Okay, thanks. Next on the agenda, communications from citizens and/or commissioners. Mr. Noble, I believe you had something you wanted to
I did want to share that last night the Vienna at Your Service meeting was held here in council chambers. Tara was there with us, as were a number of the council members. Virginia Department of Transportation presented on the I-66 outside the Beltway widening and hot lanes project. This is one of the community meetings that they're having on the project, and the public hearings are beginning next month. They are preparing an environmental assessment and associated historic impact and park impact documents. They went through a very good presentation. They've actually reduced the number of partial and full property takings with some revisions they've done within the last couple of weeks. But the point I wanted to make is to encourage folks and members of the commission to take a look at the documents they've submitted to the town. Those documents are available online on their website as well. There's a traffic study, there's a noise study, there's a parkland impact study. It does affect the Jonas Fields. So these are all things that affect the community that we should be aware of, both as commissioners and as residents of the town to take a look at. So that's what I want to say. Tara, do you want to, anything else that I missed? Okay.
Anybody else? I'll add one. I was just informed that Mr. Chuck Anderson is no longer a member of this commission, and I just want to publicly thank him for his service. He, I can't say I always agreed with the guy, but he was always consistently one of the most informed people in the room in terms of preparing. He knew the code. He always visited the site, and he encouraged the neighbors to come to the meeting. So I just want to thank him for his service.
Mr. Chairman, I would also like to second that sentiment, even though I disagree with Chuck on a number of things in my time on the commission and previously as part of the Maple Avenue Steering Committee. I always found him thoughtful, engaged, and very well prepared. So I really appreciate his service as well.
Great. Any other communications?
If I may, Mr. Chairman, as from staff's perspective, I'd just like to welcome Sarah Couchman. And I understand you're a landscape architect.
I am.
I love landscape architects. They're some of my favorite people. When I have an opportunity to hire a new planner, I hire a landscape architect because they can usually multitask.
You're going to poach our new member?
Yes. Right. And I just wanted to take this time to thank Matt and Jennifer for all they've done to support the Planning Commission at this point. They've prepared you well, so my job will be easier, and I look forward to working with all of you. Also, June 8th, the council will be having a work session, and they're going to discuss outdoor seating and by right development, and the Planning Commission is invited to join them at that meeting to discuss those two items. So I want to bring that to your attention. Also, following last night's meeting, we will be forwarding a letter from the mayor to VDOT providing some comments and concerns that were raised last night. And if you'd like a copy of that, I could be happy to send one to you. That's all I had.
Thank you. So, of course, we will join in as well. Welcome, Sarah. Thank you, Matt, Michael, Jennifer. We appreciate it. Okay, with that, we'll close out the communications. There are no public hearings tonight. We'll roll right into the regular meeting. There's a single agenda item. Item number 1, recommendation to the Town Council for approval of a final plat for the 2-lot re-subdivision of existing Lot 55, part of Air Hill Chancery, located at 412 Glendon Street Northeast in the RS 12.5 single-family detached residential zone. Application filed by Jordan Land Design on behalf of Dennis and Christina Rice. I guess first, Patrick, just any overview on the application? Anything we should know?
I've asked Matt to provide an overview on the staff report and the subdivision, and we'd be happy to take questions.
Awesome, Matt.
Certainly, this is a existing large lot. It's about 1.5 acres. The applicant recently constructed a new home on a portion of the lot. This is his residence. they are asking to subdivide and create 2 lots, essentially carving out what is on your plan, the left-hand corner to create a new lot. The subdivision does meet all requirements of the town code. There are no waiver requests. They have met with us to discuss stormwater, and those have also been satisfied per Department of Public Works.
Anything to add, Mike, from an engineering perspective?
No, as Matt mentioned, it does meet all requirements, and the one little difference with this plan is that the public improvements there's actually a contracted town project to provide curb gutter to there, and with the applicant's construction of his single-family home, he has paid for his obligated portion of the sidewalk, and so all of the public improvements are accounted for.
Would the applicant like to step forward and add any comments, overview?
Where have you been?
You know the drill.
Dennis Rice, 412 Glendon Street, Northeast. Make sure over there. No comments.
Mr.
Mr.
Chairman.
Miller?
Mr. Fliss, do you recall the questions from this came through as a prelim. Did we have any questions from Mr. Rice at that time?
There
were some questions about stormwater at the preliminary plat. But those were all addressed, and it was approved unanimously.
Okay,
at that
I
time.
just wanted to get that on the record, that we had questions and they were addressed.
Yes.
Perfect.
Mr. Kenny?
I had a few questions on the full disclosure. He's my neighbor, by the way.
Full
The
disclosure.
retaining wall that's being partially removed. You don't need to extend that retaining wall on your property at all. I'm not sure. It's shown as being partially removed near the red oak, right here.
We were asked to remove it back to the property line.
Right.
It's really only 18 inches tall.
Is it not retaining anything?
more decorative than anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Landscape.
Can't say I've been on your property, so I have no idea. And then the on the infiltration trench, remind me, Mr. Fliss, the maintenance required by the new homeowner. Exactly what do they need to do? Do they need to get? Because normally these things are located out in the front, near the public right-of-way. Sometimes in the public right-of-way, but usually near the public right-of-way is where they're supposed to be. I agree where it's located because that's the downhill side, but I'm questioning, are they going to be able to maintain it in the future?
Yes, obviously the ideal place is as close to the right-of-way as possible, but when you have the contours that sort of work against you in that sense,
Right.
in order to get the water quality, you need to collect the water.
At the low point.
But there is a part of his, when he applies to build his home, he'll be submitting a right of entry agreement as well as a maintenance agreement.
To allow a truck to get back in that vicinity or something?
Right.
Okay. And you're okay with that, I take it?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's all I have. Thank you.
Anybody else? I know this is one we kicked around a little bit in the prelim. And we found that it was pretty clean. I really don't have any additional questions. Anybody want to?
Get home and see the Capitals. The Nationals. The Wizards.
I'd like to make a motion. Planning Commission recommend to the Town Council for the approval of final plat for the 2-lot re-subdivision of existing Lot 55, part of Air Hill Chancellery located at 412 Glendon Street Northeast, and in the RS 12.5 single-family detached residential zone. Recommended new addresses 410 and 412 Glendon Street Northeast.
We have a motion? Second. Second. Voting, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, please say nay. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, I did skip a step there. We have a member of the community. Is there anything that you wanted to comment on in terms of the, you mentioned you were coming out of curiosity, and that's, we encourage that, so thank you for coming. Next on the agenda is approval of the minutes.
You know, the TV audience hasn't even gotten to the first commercial, Mike.
Be over in the blink of an eye.
That's okay.
Let's talk about outdoor seating.
No, let's not.
You've had an opportunity to review the minutes.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the minutes as provided.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? One abstain. Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
That said, motion to adjourn. Let's do it. We're out of here.
Short, sweet, and hearty.